anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ ihe niile. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-azọpụta. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen. Anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi na n'ụtụtụ na ịja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise, ise, ise.
Welcome, my amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are joining from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much.
That's something that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu enumerated is what is playing out again and again and again. And we cannot sit back and watch all these evil men continue to play and toil on us. Today, we have a bunch of criminals. Every single one of them contested and presented, they are all a bunch of criminals and killers of their people. And they want us to be there. You heard it directly from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He said it in black and white that before 2023, that Nigeria, the Sudan Republic, will be destroyed and Biafra will go. That Biafra will go. You see? Did you see the connection there? And our brother Mazi Nnamdi is telling us that in 2023, Biafra is going to be announced. You see, some people, when I tell people that the only man today that is building on the foundation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is our brother Simon Ekpa. The only man following the preaching of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and building on the foundation laid by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The spiritual son, the disciple of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa, is the only person that is building on the foundation led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I hope you heard that very video very well. The video I played now. You heard it directly from Mazi. I am going to cut that section, only that section. I will cut it and repost it after this very program. I will cut it and repost it. Where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, before 2023, that Biafra, we will go. We will go. The Zoological Republic will destroy, won't be there. And he went ahead to say, instead of anybody that calls himself a Fulefu to be in Asorok, it is better that the Fulanis continue inside there. Let them continue. That is the adage he used. Now, since they have sworn, all these saboteurs, both the Department of Saboteur and the criminal saboteurs in the politics, and every one of them who have sworn that they will not come, instead of any of those idiots, including those distractors they're using, those who are gallivanting as protesting, campaigning for election, instead of any one of them to get to Asarok, let the Fulanis continue until we get our break. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made it clear that in 2023, before that, Biafra is gone. And when you hear Mazi Simon Ekpa using the same exact language, you are still doubting. You are still sitting on the fence. You are still sitting on the fence. You don't know whom to follow. Sorry. Very sorry for you. Very, very sorry for you. Very sorry. You need to wake up. If you are sleeping, this is time for you to wake up. I am going to play that video again. When this video is playing, please pay attention. Listen very, very carefully to everything that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said here. Listen very carefully to everything Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I can't be able to forward it. I'm going to play it full. I can't be able to forward it. But that is why I'm going to cut it out. After this program, I'll cut it out and share. But listen to every single thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said here. Then you relate it to what the autopiloted movement is doing today. What the autopiloted IPOB, autopiloted by Chukwu Okeke Abiama, under the spokesperson of Mazi Simon Ekpa and on the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what they are doing, exactly what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have put in place. The template of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is what they are playing. Listen carefully to that very broadcast again. Listen and follow it.
The same way they used Okadibo to rubbish Zeke. I remember Okadibo in MPN calling Zeke a mosquito, or the rant of a mosquito, whatever. The same people killed Chuba Okadibo. A very brilliant mind, once again. More recently, they now use the same criminals, now clamoring for Igbo presidency. You see them not, Igbo presidency, Igbo presidency. You think they have something upstairs. They have nothing upstairs. All of them. Omahi wants Igbo. Omahi, yes. He wants Igbo presidency. Oh, Oju Sokalo, you want Igbo presidency. Oh, maybe even Nwobodo, you want Igbo presidency? Yes. Now let me ask you a question. When Ekwueme came out to contest in 1999 Igbo presidency, what did you do in Jos or Jos Okalo? You betrayed Ekwueme. You voted for Obasanjo. Jos PDP convention in 1999. So that time, Igbo presidency wasn't good, or wasn't good enough. It's now that you want it, yes? And now let us go to Dave Umahi. Your own brother Peter Obi who contested with Atiku under your own political party. You were in PDP, but you delivered Ebonyi State to APC against your own brother. Now you want to contest because you felt that should Peter Obi go and succeed and become VP to Atiku, after 8 years or thereabout, or after 4 years, Peter Obi will naturally succeed and become the president of the zoo, thereby spoiling your own chances. What did you do? What did you do, I ask? You campaigned against your own brother, against your own fellow Igbo brother. Now you're talking about Igbo presidency. I just want to prove to the world that these people are just criminals, a gang of thieves, all of them. After campaigning against Ekwueme, all of them, do you know that the entire PDP caucus from the East never voted for Ekwueme? So they were asking themselves, how come your own brothers don't want to vote for you? Or Joseph Okalo was there. Some people are championing, he should be the president. But Ekwueme served Shagari very well. Never stole a dime. In fact, bankrolled MPN. He was a multimillionaire and is very successful architect in the USA before he came back. Very wealthy man. Ekwueme. Ojus Okalo, did you vote for Ekwueme in 1999? Now that you're campaigning for Igbo presidency, was Ekwueme running for Igbo presidency? Therefore, Igbo presidency is our turn. When your brother Peter Obi was campaigning, did you campaign for him? Did you vote for him? Despite the fact that he is your brother in the same political party. That is why all this your nonsensical Igbo presidency is dead on arrival. When we were doing Biafra, did you support anybody? Instead, you call the army to come and kill us. And now you want us, you want to go to Abuja. You send their force now, they'll bomb everybody to death. They are Igbo presidency, useless set of idiots, traitors and betrayers. Jim Wobodo, in 1999 in Jos, you were speaking Hausa against your own brother, Ekwueme. You are speaking Hausa. In Jos in 1999, you campaigned against your brother. Now you are talking about Igbo presidency. Oh, dear me. Igbo presidency, there, useless people. There is something I want to tell all of you. We hope, pray, and know that Biafra will come, or the zoo will be destroyed before 2023. Of course, everybody knows that. It's given. COVID-19 saved them last year. It won't save them again. This year, the vaccine is out. Instead of an Igbo man to be the president, or Yoruba for that matter, let Fulani continue. It is called Mirina Mohuana Manna Yupu. Since you people prefer to be slaves, because if we allow any of you idiots to enter into Asarok, after about 4 or 5 years or 6, Fulani will take it back for eternity. You would have benefited from your own wickedness and evil. So you know what is going to happen? If Fulani are smart enough, they should continue. Everyone saw what happened all over the world. Rigging of election these days is just is given. It is no longer a big deal. As long as you're proclaimed the winner, that's it. If Fulani are very smart, they will continue in office. They will continue in the zoo, in their zoo. Of course, we are living. We're not going to stay there. That is why you don't want to support Biafra. Because of presidency. So you and your friends can now be eating money. You buy your own houses in Dubai. You want to be like Atiku. You want to be like, your wife want to be like, what's her name? Aisha. Flying private jet to Dubai for shopping. Meanwhile, we are dying. We want people to understand this. DSS especially, no matter how many groups, fake groups you create, because every day you create a fake group. Igbo, Ohaneze, Igbo in the diaspora, including men and women and children. This
you heard our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You heard him. You call yourself a follower of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You call yourself a legitimate member of IPOB, and yet you are supporting evil. You call yourself a member of IPOB, and yet you are supporting anything called politics and their presidency. You must be sick. You are sick. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have laid a very strong foundation for you and I. All we need is to just follow that template, and we see Biafra come. And that is exactly what our brother Mazi Simon Ekpa is doing, following that template. You see, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it. He said it clear, in a clear tone, that before 2023, the zoo will be no more. What does that tell you? The coming of Biafra. He said we will not be there. That even if that instead of a Biafran to go to that very atrok in 2023, that let the Fulanis continue. He went ahead to say, instead of anybody from the south to be there, let all of us remain and let the Fulanis continue. That is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say in a clear tone. Very, very clear. I'm going to cut it out and repost it so that you can see. Now, judging from the statement of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is following that template of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Who? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it clearly that before 2023, the zoo will be destroyed. And today you have seen it. Our spokesperson, Mazi Simon Ekpa, have announced it, that the liberation have started. And the Biafran people have moved fully to armed struggle. It's no longer crying online and shouting and talking. We have shouted enough. For how many years? More than a decade, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was crying and shouting. They have kidnapped him. We have been crying and shouting about the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The illegal abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, which is against international law, against human rights. All they did was to issue a statement. They couldn't even give a sanction to Nigeria. Even with all the crime that Nigeria have committed, the presidency went to the United Nations and they gave him a chance to speak. That is to show you that these people will not do anything. It is you and I that will save ourselves. With all the crime that the Nigerian state have committed against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, against the international community, the crime, the law they put in place, which they signed up to, Nigeria violated that law. They went to Kenya and kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu against his will and tortured him, and still torturing him up to date. They are still torturing him up to date. And yet, the United Nations could not do anything. Instead, they gave the imposter a platform to come and begin to demand for the freedom of Palestine. Instead, they gave that idiot a platform to begin to demand for freedom of Palestine. They couldn't even give Nigeria a sanction. They couldn't even give Nigeria a sanction. At least even give their president or those officials a sanction. The United Nations could not do that. With all the crime they have committed against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, against Biafra people, which we have every evidence. That of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the evidence is raw and clear. They only issued a statement that they should release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's the only statement they issued. Amnesty International have the informations and clear videos and pictures of the genocide happening in Biafra land. They do nothing. United Nations have an office in Nigeria and they know what is happening in Biafra. They do nothing. You see why it is necessary that we defend ourselves. This is why today we are building on the template of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our supreme leader. You know, he said, whenever they kidnap him, we know what to do. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it on his video that when he's not there, we know what to do. That is why our spokesperson, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, told you that we cannot be waiting for any second-hand information that will be diluted before it gets to us. That we know what to do. We will not listen to anybody. When someone ever said that, he was playing the template of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But only the people, only the sensible people who their mind are broad, without jealousy, without envy, they are the only people that got the message. The Department of Saboteur have been sacked. They transformed the message and begin to say he wants to overthrow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They begin to say he wants to demonize Mazi, fighting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But Mazi Simon Ekpa, the spokesperson of Biafra, have said it time with that number that Biafra has no other leader except our supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Simon Ekpa have confessed this time with that number that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the struggle, no matter wherever he is. But when it comes to doing things, we know what to do. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself said it that whenever he's not there, we know what to do. And when he said we know what to do, being that he knows that some clowns around him will not be able to code, he said, when I am not there, burn down the zoo. He spelled it out. And today you are still waiting for order from the DSS. You are still waiting for a neutralized information from DSS. And when our brother Samuel Epa came out and tell you that he knows what to do, just as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, that Biafrans know what to do, and that we are doing today. The liberation of Biafra have started. We have taken it a step forward, and we are not going back. As the day go by, it's going to be unfolding more and more. And if you are living in Biafra land, this is the time you have to keep your eyes open. Be security conscious. Don't allow yourself to fall a victim. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to join us. It doesn't matter the weapon of warfare the brother against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He will definitely overcome them. That is for sure. That is for sure.
Nnamdi win the war. Python dance one, Python dance two. Now Python dance three. Nnamdi win the war. Python dance one, Python dance two. Now Python dance three. Nnamdi win the war. Python dance one, Python dance two. Now Python dance three. Nnamdi win the war. Python dance one, Python dance two. Now Python dance three. Nnamdi win the war. Python dance one, Python dance two. Now Python dance three.
They cannot defeat Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Neither will they defeat Biafra. It doesn't matter how they try. You see, it is so sad that when I'm browsing towards I'm browsing in the social media, I will come across some videos. You see people who claim to be legitimate freedom fighters, people who are fighting for Biafra. You see them. The only business they have is to attack Mazi Simon Ekpa. The time they will spend to analyze the things happening in Biafra land, they use it. You see them, they will spend time to go and fetch out the videos that Mazi Simon Ekpa made in good intent, with good information. The video that have changed life, the video have changed situation. You see them, they bring the video and begin to deceive themselves. Begin to deceive themselves. You see, it is very clear. I know, as a content creator, we know that Mazi Simon Ekpa today has become a content himself. No doubt about that. We know that Mazi Simon Ekpa himself is a content. But must it be a negative content that you create for people to look at you? Must it be a negative content? There are so many other things you can do. There are so many other things you can do. Since you cannot be able to do a program without using the name of Mazi Simon Ekpa, you cannot do a program without writing his name in your program. Since you cannot do that, there are so many other ways. As a content creator, that is a way you can create a positive thing to influence Biafra that you claim to be fighting for. Why do you have to spend your time on this? Even when you know that the Biafran people you claim to be deceiving are not listening to you. Go and for more than a year, you have been after him, castigating him, preaching against him. But go and look at his platform. He's growing from grace to grace, from grace to grace. Every single thing he touched hand, it begin to grow. You have attacked the ESN from all angles. You attacked the ESN, it wasn't enough for you. You went and created your own again. Against the original ESN created by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you created your own with a different uniform altogether to attack the structure. And at the same time, you'll be the one be talking about structure. You see them talking about structure. You see, some of the time when I hear them speak, I'll be wondering, on which planet are these people living? Most painful, if some of them who knew from the onset when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, who knew from the onset when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped that the Department of Saboteurs are part of that kidnap. They know They saw the failure of the Department of Saboteur. They saw their failure. They saw all their loopholes. And they were among those who were calling them out. But all of a sudden, because you wanted someone else to speak your own voice, to talk the language the way you talk, because you wanted him to fight a fight you want to create by yourself, and he refused. Then now you have channeled every single of your energy to that which is right, and now you are supporting evil. You are promoting evil. The evil that you have condemned, the evil that you have stood against in the past, you are now following it. How can somebody in his normal senses be promoting the Department of Saboteurs? On which ground? On which level? On which level? Where are you going to stand? Check what they have been doing since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped up to today. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, before he was kidnapped, the last broadcast he made while we were in the 150-day prayer, the 150 days prayer was that after that prayer, we will do what? We will march. That was what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told us. While he was asking for 100 men, ask and ask and ask, then he started that prayer, that at the end of that prayer, we are going to march. Today, before we were able to carry that prayer to that end, something happened. Chukwu Okakabiama gave him a rest. Then those people who he have left behind, which he have set out down that you know what to do if I am not there. You know what to do. He went ahead to say, burn down the zoo, because you know the people who are around him, some of them are dumb, they cannot hear. He pronounced it and he mentioned it. Today, what have they done since that very time up to today? The only man that is making wave, they bring propaganda against him, they fight him, they talk all of nonsense, they do it. It is so sad, but that is where we find ourselves. But I tell you, I am happy that Chukwu Okakabiama have introduced a new dimension by himself, breathed on it, and gave it power. And the Biafra people are watching and listening. Today, the restoration of Biafra have started. The new dimension have been fully loaded. And 2023, Biafra will definitely come. It doesn't matter. You believe it, you don't believe it, you join it, you don't join, you support it, it doesn't really matter. On the 1st of October, the ESN fundraising continues. A mega one. Families are going to come. Companies are going to come. People are going to come, as they have been coming, to support the ESN. We are out already. We are out already. The Asapa massacre, as it's been celebrated. Pay attention. Don't sit on the fence. Don't sit on the fence. People that sat on the fence lost their life. People who these Fulanis know you better than you know yourself. In the extension, if you are from the southern part of Nigeria, they see you the same way they see an Igbo person. That's the way they see you. Just continue to pretend, deceive yourself. Continue to deceive yourself. As we have said, of course, you are going to see it play out with them, that there will be no election in Biafra land. For those who are deceiving themselves, let them pray that they have something to hold hand on to when they are falling. All those people who are talking rubbish and doing not, tell them, let them be praying that they will have something to hold hand on to. If you're one of those who is thinking that maybe somehow, somewhere that the election
are yet to wake up from your slumber or your sleep and get the point that we are exiting Nigeria. Exiting Nigeria is not going to come from the platter of golden plate. You have to sacrifice for it. And we are ready to sacrifice everything, including you, if you come and stand in the way of freedom. So you need to know how serious we are. We are damn serious. Some of you are not getting it. You think we are here to build political movement? We are here for freedom. Freedom comes with price. Okay? The only thing you can do is to comment on social media. Don't ever stand on the way of Biafra freedom. We'll crush you.
Their interest is suppressed. Biafra is the key. Once they can hold Biafra down, they can hold the whole of Africa down. Hey, freedom fighting, sorry. Because all these people are criminals, they are saying there is no way this man cannot be a criminal like themselves. They don't have a different breed altogether. They don't know that. I am Nnamdi Kanu. I don't do all this nonsense you do. My father was a very rich man, not ostentatious. I had the finest education that his money could afford. We are not poor. Have never been. That is why a poor man cannot be a freedom fighter. If you're not full of yourself, you cannot be a freedom fighter. You have to go everywhere. We must continue.